are you?
Who am I? I am Ellie Scotney, Catford born and bred. Yeah, that is about it. And a boxer.
What do you mean?
A boxer. We just throw it around the way.
I am Amber Stobbs from South Croydon, and I play for Crystal Palace Women.
How long have you been in your sport?
I started kicking a ball before I can even remember, but I joined my first team when I was 6, and now I'm 28. Wow. So I've been in sport. Your age, 22 years was when I first joined. That's your whole lifespan. I know.
That's madness.
That makes me feel a bit old.
I first walked into a gym when I was 9, but I was just like a little fat kid, to be honest. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just, wanted to do what my brother did. But it only lasted a year, and I didn't go back till I was 17. So now, I've been doing it. This is my 6th year. So it looks like a lot longer, I know.
You're doing well, though, for 6 years.
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. My face isn't, though. That's the trouble. All my brain cells.
Oh, no. Who are your role models or inspirations growing up?
I think mine was more a bit closer to home. I'd say like more my brother. I was his little shadow. Whether that be playing out and playing curbsies, like that was. Yeah. I just wanted to do like him. What about you?
No, genuinely, my brother. I play football because I was my brother's shadow. I mean, like anything he did. Like I took on golf, and I was like, yeah, I love golf. Got a golf membership, like which I do like golf now because of my brother. But anything he did, I would just be doing. Anything you're doing.
How old is he?
He's 2 years older than me.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, what about yours?
Oh, he looks about 22 years older than me, but he is, oh, this is gonna be hard. 7 years.
Oh, okay, yeah. But math. No, anything he did, like you're saying, like his friends would come round and I'd be just there, like I'm playing as well. What are you doing, lads? Like, do you know what I mean? So,
I love that.
Yeah, that was. So it's my brother who's close to home, and then in sports, like the standard people that I would play my position side, like Cristiano Ronaldo and things like that. If we're talking women role model, it would be like Kelly Smith, who played for Arsenal.
What do you most enjoy about being a footballer?
I think it's the moments you're on the pitch, whether it's training or on the pitch, and just nothing else matters outside, does it? It's just like getting in the zone, playing, like there's no stress or like the stress of performing, but it's a different kind of stress. So it's just like away from everything, just that in the pitch mode. What about you with boxing?
Yeah, exactly the same, to be honest. It takes you away from everything. Like you're channeled in, and that's the only way of life. Like when I imagine my life, to imagine it without sport, I guess it's probably the same with you. It's quite scary, isn't it?
I don't even know who I'd be or what I'd do.
Yes, that's exactly it. You find yourself within it.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's cool. What's the hardest you've ever been punched?
Ooh, probably by my mum for leaving the plate in the sink, to be honest. My mum, when I used to move my hair and I was getting done, I was getting whacked around the head. But the hardest I've been punched, honestly, was by my brother. We were sparring about 3 years ago, and he hit me with the best shot he's thrown in his career, and I had a bruised cheekbone. But yeah, it shook me to my boots, to be honest.
Well, at least you know you could take a punch.
Exactly that.
He just started you early.
He did. What's on your pre-match playlist?
Pre-match playlist. I was asked this the other day. Bit of like old school Kanye. You know when you got to get to that beat. Yeah, not too old school, but like Black Skinhead from Kanye gets me high.
Hey.
And then like if I'm just randomly thinking, no, I need a bit something else, like Another One Bites the Dust by Queen.
That is a big song.
Isn't it a big song? That's my part. I genuinely, every time I'm driving on the way to football, I put it on at the same time because it's just as I pull into the ground and I'm like, yeah.
That's your routine.
Yeah, like who am I thinking I'm walking into the ring or something? Jesus.
She started shadowboxing.
Yeah. Like as I'm driving, just for a football match. What about you?
Oh, I could cater for, like, my playlist is a bit all over the place. I could cater for a birthday bash, a funeral, so it's a bit weird. I like a bit of Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yes.
Yes, you like them. My ring song was Nina Simone, Feeling Good.
Yeah.
I was going to sing it then. But...
Yeah, go on. No, I don't know it. What is it?
I'll be on X Factor next.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is a good practice.
I've got stage fright.
No, that's it. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I'm all over the place with it. Like, sometimes I rock up and I'm listening to like Jersey Boys, December 1963, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, trust me, this is true."
Oh no.
You're a Palace fan. What's the best match you've ever been to?
I think the playoffs.
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah, I'd say.
It's got to be anyway, hasn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt. I remember we got the last match I went to, we was playing Liverpool and we got the cheapest seats in the building. It was the worst experience of my life, and we got battered. So
that's horrible when you're leaving.
That is my worst experience. What about you? For yourself within the women's and the men's?
Oh, fair. Actually, like, so when I moved away a bit, I didn't get to go to the games as much. There's one, like, the first game I went to when my mum was working at the club. I remember I was like 7, and I took a friend from school, and when they're like, "Oh, she's quite cool." It's like a lad from school. I was like, "Yeah, we're putting pitch side at Palace." Because my mum worked for Palace.
I don't really want to be
here. So that was really good, like, just the atmosphere, because I think it was one of my earliest experiences in football. I was like,
the fanatics are strong.
Yeah, it was mad. My mum was like, "Oh no," because my mum was worried that, like, my mate, his name was James, she was worried that his parent was like cool because everyone was singing like referees and like all this sort of stuff.
There's no atmosphere like Selhurst, is there?
Yeah, but that one. But then I went to, like, just thinking recent, I went to the Palace Brighton game when Zaha scored that sick goal. I think, Palace won, so that was obviously a good one.
That's always nice.
With Palace, like, we've got just loads of rivalries. I don't know if they're, like, in my head as well. Like, like people that you're not supposed to be rivals with. I'm just literally like,
yeah, I don't like you.
I mean, we played Brighton in the FA Cup. They're a league above, so it was a bit different. But it was actually quite cool. Yeah. We had some of the ultra fans there, like Palace ones.
Really?
Going off on it. Yeah, the fans are going at each other, which, because we don't get that many, like, people coming to our games, unfortunately, but that one was a proper good vibe, because it was like, oi, yeah. So
you have a team where, like, that is your rival. Is it different to the men's?
No, it would be Brighton, but they're in the league, like, above.
Yeah.
They're full time. We're in the Championship, but I'd say Cheltenham, definitely.
Yeah, I've heard about this. I've got a good friend. You know Gemma?
Gemma
used to play for you.
Gemma Bryan.
Yes.
Yeah.
She used to tell me about Cheltenham. She moved there, didn't she, at one point?
Well, I played at Cheltenham before Palace, so I went the other way. I came from the dark side to the good side.
Yes.
She went the other way, didn't she? But it happened to be she came to Cheltenham when I was at Cheltenham, not Palace.
Oh.
So I played her for a little bit, but then she left Cheltenham and then she went back to Palace.
I know. Great footballer.
Yeah, she was decent.
What has been your biggest achievement?
Biggest achievement? I find this one tough, because, like, in football, I still don't think I've achieved, like, the most that I want to achieve, so it's a bit hard. But, like, I think probably sharing my mental health story has been the biggest achievement I've ever done. It's changed my life massively and hopefully helped. I know it sounds proper cliche, but hopefully helped.
No, this is big.
That goes above, like, even when I won promotion into WSL 1 with Everton, like any game or anything like that, or sporting achievement, like sharing that and finally being able to be myself, and then hopefully helping other people. Like, I work with a couple of charities now and stuff like that, so that's my biggest achievement.
That is big.
What about yours? Biggest achievement?
It's just throw mine under the bus.
No, it's different though, isn't it? Like, when you're in a team sport as well.
Yeah.
It's not to sound negative, but it's harder to take on the achievements, like, all yourself, where I think you being a boxer's, like, your achievement is solely down to you, like, in the ring and stuff. So
I think I know what you mean, but on both hands it can be. Do you know what I mean? That can be a positive and a negative as well for you lot, because you probably got the weight of your team on your shoulders as well. Yeah. And being accountable for them, that's a tough ask in itself, massively.
Yeah, and you've got like your team that obviously help you get there. So.
Yeah.
But no doubt. I guess when the bell like rings and that's it, it's just you, isn't it?
Yeah, just you in there. They're not taking the shots. But my biggest achievement, probably like you, I don't know whether it's because that's how sports people think, but until you've done what you've set out to, you don't never enjoy it, do you? On one hand.
Yeah, like when I signed my first professional contract, like I thought this is going to be like, this is the moment, and I don't even have to look back. But to be honest, it was over the minute the pen left the paper. I was like, right, what's next? And I just lost it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing with sports people. You're so invested in the whole thing, you forget the little moments that lead up to it. And then once you reach that little goal, it's like, what's next? I guess you need that mindset, don't you?
Yeah, I think you should give yourself, like, even if you want to give yourself a minute to appreciate it. I didn't. I literally was like, cool.
Yes. What team's next? I think obviously, like when I won my first national title, that was big because it was your first one. But then obviously your European medals and stuff was nice. But I don't know. I think starting the new league for the pro, it's just given me a different kind of excitement.
Yeah, that must be unreal. Like
honestly, it's so different. But obviously, yeah, step by step.
Yeah. What advice would you give to other females looking to start a career in boxing?
It's a hard one because boxing always takes to a certain type of person, but for me, as soon as you walk through those doors, it's something that will get you straight away. And until you walk through them, you'll never understand. I just think it's a place where you'd never get judged upon as well. Like, as mad as that seems, yeah, I feel like everyone's got to try at one point and just, enjoy every minute of it. That's what I'd give. What about you with football?
I'd just say, like, kind of don't lose that self-belief, I think. And you can lose it yourself a bit easy. But like if you lose it depending on what someone else said, or one coach doesn't play you a game, or one game, or like someone doesn't really rate you as much as you thought they did, losing it for that is really like detrimental to you, I think, because then you have to go in your heads a bit like, where am I going with this? You ask yourself all these questions rather than just putting it down to that's their opinion, like I would prove them wrong, or that's their opinion, like I'm going to move on from that and keep doing what I do without doubting myself. I think this is self-doubt thing.
Without that. Oh, okay. What have you binge watched recently?
Behind Our Eyes. Have you seen it?
I haven't started it yet. I keep getting told to as well.
Yeah, it's good. The last
messes with your head, right?
Yeah, well, sort of, not really. The last one, it does, but then like the ending's a bit like, okay, like it's one of those where you're like invested for 6 episodes, and then to be fair,
apparently you can't guess how it ends. Then when it ends, you're like, well, was it one of them?
That's what I was trying to say without basically saying.
Just giving it away then, haven't I?
What about you?
Have you watched Marcella?
I haven't, but I keep seeing it. I nearly clicked it.
We're gonna have to swap. Honestly, I binge watched the whole thing, like 3 series. It took me about 2 days. It's unreal.
I'll on to that because I think my mum said she watched it, and it's one of those that I keep just clicking past. You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then
the title don't really get you, does it?
No, so I'll give it a go. What is your ultimate post-fight meal?
Everyone loves a Nando's, don't you? But also, I'm gonna have to go over Nando's. Oh, okay. So I'd get a double chicken wrap.
Yeah.
Halloumi side, peri chips and spicy rice, and the peri-nays. Can't forget that.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's your meal?
I'm so boring when it comes to food. Like
really?
Yeah, just not boring, but like I'm still, even after a meal, I don't have like I'm gonna like eat whatever I want now. I'm just literally at home. Like we're playing on Sundays as well, so
Oh, don't say roast. Please don't, Amber.
No, definitely not. See my face? No thanks, like not being rude. Face, but after you've been running around, you don't really
Oh, could think of anything worse.
Yeah,
Especially
I don't actually have, but post-match meal, I would say this is a lie. Like a nice pizza, like a wood-fired oven pizza.
Oh, posh
It is. I would have a posh pizza. That's actually not a lie, but I won't be having that tomorrow.
What would you have on there?
Maybe chicken and mushroom, because it's one of those restaurants where you can just pick what you want. Do you know what I mean? There's a good one in. This is not an advert, but there's a good one in Selsdon called Fire Away.
You on commission, ain't ya?
Yeah.
New sponsorship deal.
Not at all.
Right, this is the big question. What is your 5-year plan?
5-year plan. Oof.
You're gonna hit the 30s in this as well. Sorry.
I know. Isn't that do me dirty like that?
You're going into your prime.
Genuinely, 5-year plan. Do you know what? I've actually sort of just finished a 5-year plan. I know that sounds a bit like, do you know what I mean? But I've just moved and bought a flat, and I'm playing. I've got a job I like. So 5-year plan would be, one aim would be to work in mental health, and become a trained counsellor, which I've already taken the steps to. I've done up to level 2. So that's one. The other one is to enjoy football. Definitely. I probably at a different stage where I've enjoyed it. I've played professional and stuff like that, and now I'm on that like hybrid life where I'm working full time to build like future for the whole family and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? They'll be in my 5-year plan, I suppose.
Exactly.
What about yours?
Without a doubt, Godwin, I want to be world champion within 5 years. So that's mine.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? And in 5 years' time, you won't even be the same age as me.
Look at me have a moment.
Oh, that's mad. But you're on, like, can't wait to speak in 5 years' time and be like, how's your plan going? You'll be like, yeah, I'm world champ. I'll be like, yeah,
No, you won't.
No, I'm joking. That's so good.